Hello, thanks for stopping by Stuff to Scrap. In today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to use an adjustment layer in Photoshop Elements to do selective erasing. In this example, we want it to look like this tag string is going through the loop of the tag. But selective erasing can be used for lots of different things, such as intertwining a ribbon around an object, or even placing a black and white copy of your photo above a color copy and then selectively masking parts of the black and white to show the color through. You'll see that using an adjustment layer to do your erasing has some benefits over the eraser tool, because it allows you to make changes and corrections more easily. So what I have here is a black background layer to make it easier for you to see what I'm doing, my tag shape, and then this tag string from Dorothy's Creations. What I want to do is add an adjustment layer. So I'm going to select the top layer of my layer stack and then come up here to this half dark, half white circle and choose any adjustment layer. Since you're not actually going to make an adjustment, it doesn't matter what you use. I like to use levels. So I'm going to click the levels, and then without making any changes, I'll simply click OK. Now, I need this adjustment layer to be below the object that we want to do the selective masking or erasing on. So I'm going to drag it down so that it's between the tag string and the tag itself. Now the other thing I have to do is I have to clip the tag string layer to the adjustment mask. So I'm going to click on and select the tag string, and I can either press Ctrl+G on my keyboard, or I can hold down the Alt key and move my mouse between the two layers until I see the funny little mouse shape and click. This will indent and show a little arrow that will indicate that it's now clipped to this adjust layer. Now I need to click back on this white square, which is the layer mask, in the adjustment layer to select it. That's very important so that you are painting or masking on the right spot. Now the way layer mask works is that what's white allows what's above it or clipped to it to show through. So in this case, this is all white, all of this shows through. By painting portions of this area black, those areas become hidden for what's above and will not show through, and therefore the items below show. So what I want to do is I want to select the brush tool, and I want to use a small, round, hard brush in this case. You can select whatever brush is appropriate for your use. Now since I want to hide portions of this, I need to make black foreground color. A quick way to switch your foreground and background colors are simply by clicking the X key. Now I want to zoom in so that I can clearly see what I'm doing. And I want to paint this area here on the layer mask black so that this string looks like it's going behind the loop. So that's what I'm going to do now. Now the great thing about a layer mask is correcting mistakes. Here you can see I erased just a little too much. But if I paint that back in white, it will reappear. So if I flip back to white as my foreground color by clicking X, I can make my brush a little smaller by using the left square bracket key to shrink the brush size, and I can get in here and carefully paint back in white the area I want to show. It makes it much easier to correct mistakes than using the eraser tool. Now, Photoshop Elements has some limits with the adjustment masks. I can't actually merge these together or I'll lose my layer masking. And I've also found that your background needs to be opaque in Photoshop Elements to do the layer masking correctly. Otherwise, the entire object becomes hidden because it has nothing to mask against. But this can be very useful for selective recoloring, adding tags, strings to tags, or doing all sorts of things where you want to erase part of something, but you'll need a little safety net while you do it. Thanks again for stopping by Stuff to Scrap. Happy scrapping!